served concurrent with count 1. Count 61, 5 years to serve. That is required to be also a consecutive sentence, so that's going to be run consecutively to count 56 and backloaded. Count 62, 10 years to serve, also required to be served consecutively. That's going to be consecutive to count 61, also backloaded. So essentially, the total sentence is 40 years to serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served.
So Young Thug is coming home after 2.5 years in prison. We know that he had like an 88-page, 56-count indictment. You know, Fannie Willis got in office and she came throwing down a hammer. She came down on YSL crew and that other something, YFN or whatever they was, crew down there in Atlanta, man. You know, they was causing havoc down there. But then we found out that a lot of the charges that was supposed to be levied against Young Thug, he wasn't really charged with those things. You know, they gave him, 40 years and, he got to serve 15 years probation. If he gets past the 15 years probation, they'll suspend the other back time that he has. But if he gets in trouble, he got to go do like 23 years. So this thing is it's real goofy. I'm not really like a big fan of the sentence, but as his lawyer still said, he wanted to come home. Let's start from the beginning. Let's go back and let's look at 2 years ago when he was first arrested on these charges. Let's check that out, and then we'll get into his sentencing. We'll come right back. Check.
Rapper Young Thug will appear in court this morning. The rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams Jr., was arrested Monday on a 56-count racketeering indictment.
That indictment alleges his YSL record label is a criminal street gang that has committed murder, assault, and threats of violence. Good day's Mark Teichner has our developing story. He joins us live from the Fulton County Jail, and that's where Young Thug is being held. Mark, good morning.
Yeah, being held, waiting for that first court appearance, tentatively set for 11:30 this morning, as these charges are extremely detailed and very, very serious. You're looking at Young Thug's mugshot. The Fulton County District Attorney claims the rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams Jr., is part of a gang that used violence, drugs, and even murder to make money. Williams is one of 28 suspected members of the Young Slime Life charged with racketeering. He also faces criminal street gang charges. The 88-page, 56-count indictment lists more than 180 acts YSL members allegedly committed going back to January 2013. Williams' name comes up 35 times, including allegedly renting a car that was used in a murder, making terroristic threats while being kicked out of Perimeter Mall, receiving stolen guns, possession with intent to distribute meth, hydrocodone, and marijuana when he was arrested by Brookhaven police, and being part of a traffic stop in which police found numerous weapons, including an AK-47 with a 30-round magazine. The indictment claims Williams used his music, videos, and social media posts to spread YSL's power and territory. According to the indictment, YSL started in 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue area of southeast Atlanta, but has spread since then. YSL is accused of being affiliated with the Bloods gang. The indictment says its members identify themselves by using hand signals, tattoos, and clothing with YSL or slime written on them, and often wear red for Bloods, green for slime. And Young Thug isn't the only local rapper who is facing charges in this indictment. Gunna also is being charged with racketeering. At this point, though, the folks here at the Fulton County Jail have not said if he has been booked in or not. Now, this hearing for Young Thug will take place this morning at 11:30. As you can imagine, Fox 5 will be there, and we'll let you know how it plays out later on in the day. Reporting live from the Fulton County Jail, I'm Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
Very big story that a lot of folks are going to be watching. Mark, thank you.
This could be a cautionary tale to a lot of you young people, because he was the big bad wolf in his music. He said it was just entertainment. But in that entertainment, behind the scenes on the streets, a lot of people got hurt. He's saying that he wasn't a part of no gang. It was just entertainment. But I'm telling you young people that don't got money like the YSL crew, you're not going to get the same favoritism. You're going to jail. Do not be a part. All of this gangster rap and drill scene and the mumble rap stuff, when they talking about unaliving each other, stay away from that stuff, man. There's no future in that, because some of the guys that you young guys idolize, you're gonna see him in court apologizing to his family, his mom, saying yes, no, and excuse me. And it's funny how you could call your brother an op, but you get in that courtroom around that judge and you say yes, yes, your honor, no, your honor, yes, no, and excuse me. Why can't you have the same love for your brother? Huh? You give your brother capital punishment out in the streets. But let's listen to him in court and his apology. Check this out.
Yes, ma'am. I take full responsibility for, my crimes or my charges. I want to say sorry to my family, my mom. My mom got 11 kids. I can't say all their names, my managers, my kids that's not here. Really everybody that got something to do with this situation, I want to say sorry for just having so much time invested into this, and I am a smart guy, I am a good guy, and I really got a good heart, I find myself in a lot of stuff because I was just nice or cool, and I understand that you can't be that way when you reach a certain height, because it could end bad, and it don't really have to have nothing to do with you, but it could end bad, and it could, fall on you. And I know the choice is yours, it's up to you, and I hope that you allow me to go home today and just trust in me to just do the right thing and never see you again unless it's at a bar in the future or something. Just out of this type of situation, I promise you I won't ever be in this type of situation again. I'm going away. I've learned from my mistakes. I come from nothing and I've made something, and I didn't take full advantage of it. I'm sorry.
So with that apology being said, let's look at now how the sentence was levied down against him. And I disagree with this. I disagree with the sentence. I thought the sentence was excessive for the charges that they said that he was supposed to be charged with, and then he ended up not being charged with those charges. The sentence was very excessive, but he wanted to come home, so he took this deal. Check this sentencing out. We'll come right back.
All right, we are continuing to follow the breaking news, the latest developments in the YSL RICO trial, a non-negotiated plea going on. Let's listen in.
You run consecutively. I'm going to run it consecutive to count one, but I am going to backload. Oh, I'm sorry. That is not commuted. That is 5 years to serve, and it's going to be run consecutively to count one, backloaded, by which I mean after you serve your 15 years of probation, if you have been successful on that probation, and I sincerely hope that you are, then at the end of that 15 years, I will commute the entire rest of any service portion of your sentence to time served. So I'll get to the end of it and give you the total sentence, but I'm also going to impose a $15,000 fine with regard to that count. Count 57, 20 years to serve 5, commuted to time served, the balance of 15 years probated, concurrent with count 1. Count 58, 10 years to serve 5, commuted to time served, balance probated, concurrent with count 1. 59, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. 60, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. Count 61, 5 years to serve, that is required to be also a consecutive sentence, so that's going to be run consecutively to count 56 and backloaded. Count 62, 10 years to serve, also required to be served consecutively, that's going to be consecutive to count 61, also backloaded. So essentially, the total sentence is 40 years to serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served, followed by 15 years on probation. followed then by the backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody and will be served in custody if you are not successful on your probation. If you are successful in completing your 15 years probation, that will be commuted to time served. You are to remain on reporting status for the first half of your probation, active reporting for the first 7.5 years of your probation, and that is pursuant to OCGA 17-10-1, subsection 2, A2A. And Mr. Steele and Mr. Adams, in order to keep him on
Once
reporting
again, this is a
status,
live look at the sentencing for a young thug in the Fulton County courtroom, and we have learned 40 years, however, 5 behind bars for this particular crime.
And we believe those may be commuted to years already served with 15 years probation. There is some time backloaded, but that is dependent on how successful he is during that probationary period. We'll, of course, continue to get the very latest details regarding the sentence from Judge Paige Whitaker.
So I tell you, young people, man, the streets is a myth. Please, please stay out of the streets. Some of these judges is salivating. They can't wait to get your body, young black bodies, in them courtrooms so they can sentence you to forever. Please, stop it. Stop it. I want you guys, you young guys out there to understand that you do have a choice. Sometimes we live within our circumstances and we don't believe that we have a choice until we in a compromising place. And then we find out that I had a choice all that time. Do not let your environment dictate your circumstances and your decisions. Please, you have a choice. You can do better. You don't have to be a real N-word or a bad B. You can get up, man, get up out of it. You can say no. Because half these people you running with, when you get locked up, they're not going to come see you. They're not going to put money on your books. They're going to be messing around with your woman when you get in, when you behind that wall. It's not worth it. It's a myth. It's not what you think it is. Being a real N-word is not profitable. It's not cool. Because a lot of times these guys, they do everything they can do. Hey, anything they can do to get to jail. Then you find them in court begging the judge to let them out. What you want to go to jail for? For what? Because that lifestyle that you're living, that's what comes with it, death or jail. So if you in Atlanta, you in New Orleans, Jackson, Mississippi, all those cities down in the South, the Midwest, the East Coast, stop. Stop it. Because you're not going to get the same grace. You don't have the money that a young thug has. Leave the streets alone. Leave it alone. Because the people like me and other people not gonna have we're gonna stop having remorse for you because we're telling you to stop. You're seeing the sentencing what they're doing to Young Dirks and the YSL crews and all of these rappers across America. You see what's happening, right? Stop it. They got cameras everywhere. They locking you guys up when warehousing black bodies. What more do they got to do to get through to you that you need to stop? It's over. The urban criminal is obsolete. All that bang, bang anywhere, you know what? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. We just watched Young Thug beg the judge to let him out of prison. And he told you that that lifestyle was just an illusion. He was just playing. So what I'm saying is, man, welcome home. I hope that he can walk that 15 off successfully without getting arrested, where his children can have him home. And I hope that he start making the strides to change his life. I really do. Because they crack it down, they coming after everybody, man. And there's some other people coming up next. I ain't gonna say their names right now, but there's some other people they coming after next. But I'm gonna cut this video short right here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.